Hi guys, welcome to my channel, the Canada Immigration Compass, where you receive all the information you need in order to migrate to Canada and receive your permanent residency now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share my video, and to hit that notification button, that bell sign, so that you can be notified as soon as I upload new video. I have also provided my contact information in the description below, so that you can reach me if you need further information. I have my WhatsApp um, number, my email address, and my Facebook page. Now today, friends, I want to share with you my journey to Canada permanent residency status. I'm going to, I'm not just going to share the result. I want to share, as I said, the journey, the struggles, and all of these things. And um, I want to also inform you that my process um, is through international. As I came here as an international student, so I'm going to share starting from scratch, like me applying for college, moving your school, working and studying and working, and also after my studies and so forth. So let's begin. So so I am from Jamaica, right? And so what happened one evening? I came home from work and I decided that I'm going to check out the college and universities in Canada. So I Google all the college and universities in Canada, and looking at the price and cost of living in different area, and the program I would be interested in doing. And I want to also share with you that I did my knowledge of Canada was very limited. It was so limited, I thought that Toronto was the capital of Canada. That's how limited my knowledge was. And I did not have any specific or preferred area in Canada that I wanted to move to. I just wanted to come to Canada. As I said, I did not know about the provinces or anything like that. So that night, I identify a college, and I applied the night. The following morning, when I was at work, maybe after 10 in the morning, I checked my email address and I got a response from the college saying that I got accepted. Um, so it was within hours, my application to the school got accepted, and I must share too that the smoothest part of my journey was moving to Canada, getting my visa and coming to Canada. That was the smoothest part. So realized I got approved, and I start to gather the requirements I need to apply for the student visa. And I did that. I did a paper base. I did not do it online. So I got the requirements, went to the Canadian consulate, and they informed me that the processing time would be like up to 90 days. But when I submit the application, it within, I think is 11 days, I got an email saying that my student visa got approved. So this was like in August. August, I applied. So I think it was the first week of September it got approved. Like 11 days. I was like, whoa, this is quick. So I was supposed to start school in January the following year. So I came to Canada like the 28th, 27th of December that year. Start school, I think, January 2. So it was a 1-year program, and I must say, a 1-year program is a very risky move. And I won't go into the detail. I did a video saying should you study for 1 year or 2 year, and the risks that are there when you study for 1 year. And so you can check out that video. I may put the link in the description below. So I studied for 1 year, which is actually 2 semesters, 8 months, and actually a bit less than 8 months, like 7 months and some weeks. So I started in January and I finished, I believe, the 4th of August that year. So I studied straight. So my first job, I told you I'm going to share about my work experience. So I was studying, and I was working part-time. You're allowed to work 20 hours per week. So my first job was door-to-door sales in the winter. I mean, that was brutal. I just came from sunny Jamaica, and like I'm outside like in a couple hours, few hours. Well, I'm knocking on doors. I think I used to do like 150 doors. That was brutal. I only did that for like 3 weeks. It was terrible. Then I got a job as at a non-profitable organization, a call center. It's like a call center, outbound call. That was another terrible job. But you have to do something to get some funds so you can help yourself. And so at the end of spring, going into summer, I got another job as selling credit card for one of the main gas station here. Or not, it's not just a gas station, it's a conglomerate, but I was selling gas credit card at the gas stations in different cities. So that was a bit tough, but I did well. I did really well in that. I had some days where I was able to sell 20 credit cards. I mean, approved and activated the very same day. One day I did 49 application, and 45 got approved and activated the same day. So I did pretty well at that. So now came August. I finished school. And I finished school August 4th. So I went off and I made a mistake. I finished school so I can now apply for my work permit, my postgrad work permit, which is an open work permit which allow you to work for any employer in Canada, which is really good. So the mistake I made is that instead of applying for my work permit online or through the paper base, I went to the border, one of the border, which was the border, the Niagara Falls border, and to get my work permit. You can do that. You can go to a port of entry, like a border between the US and Canada, and you get your work permit the same day. A matter of fact, within minutes. Depends on how much person is before you, which is not normally a lot. So you can get your work permit within a few minutes, as I said. So that's what I did. And why I said that was a mistake is because I studied for only 1 year, which means that I will get a 1 year work permit, 12 months. And when you come to Canada as an international student, you're trying to get your permanent residency through the Canada Experience class, which means you need to get 12 months work experience after you finish your studies. Then you would be qualified for the Canada Experience class. Now, because I went and get my work permit at the border, which is immediately, my 12 months work permit start the same time. And if I get 11 months work experience, I would not be qualified. Anything under 12 months, I would not be qualified. So I put myself at a disadvantage because time was not on my side. So if I had studied, if I had applied online, it would be a bit longer. The processing, I would get my work permit to take a little longer for me to get my work permit. If I had done it paper based, it would take up to 90 days. So it would give me 3 additional months for to be in Canada. So it gave me more time to find a job. So I guess you can see the predicament I put myself in. So my work permit started immediately. I did not get a job immediately. I my first job was working at a meat plant as a machine operator, and this job could not count towards my Canadian experience. So in a sense, this was a waste of time, but I had to do something. I had to work in order to pay my rent and to survive in Canada. It's not like I had anyone to call on for support. I was supporting myself. I sent myself to Canada. So despite the fact that that work experience could not go towards my Canada work experience, because it was not, it did not fall under the NOC, the 0 RA RB, hence it could not work. I know some of you don't understand what I mentioned about NOC or that it don't fall under the category of 0 ARB. I have done a video, an express entry simplified, which speak about that, about the Canada point system, right? So you can check out that video. I will put the description, the link in the description below, so you can get a better understanding. So that job, those months I spent there, were wasted in terms of my Canada, going towards my Canada experience. So I was in trouble, big trouble from the get-go. And one of the reasons too is that a postgrad work permit cannot be extended, right? So the work permit expire, you would be looking at leaving Canada. So all that money I would have spent going to school would have been wasted. But there are things you can do, but you have to be knowledgeable pertaining to these things. And it's not necessarily easy too. So I leave that job. I did other jobs like on construction site as a laborer. I was driving forklift, I was building scaffold, giving the tradesmen the brick and mortar and all of these things. I must share that before I moved to Canada, my background was in engineering. I have a bachelor degree in industrial engineering before I moved to Canada, and I have a background in electrical installation and maintenance also. But when I came to Canada and study, I studied project management. I actually, after my program, I went ahead and got my project management professional license or credential immediately after my studies. But I needed to work, right? So I was doing, and the construction job paid well also. But that still did not count towards my Canadian experience because it did not fall under the NOC A, B, or O. I think that fall under C, which is not fall under the requirement for me to qualify as under the Canada experience class to get my permanent residency. So I mean, I was in a desperate situation. I end up got a job offer at a plant in a rural area about 2.5 hours outside of Ontario, outside of Toronto. So I did not. It was not my preference to move to that area, but I was in a desperate situation. So I moved out there. This employer was also willing to sponsor me, to help me to get a specified work permit, where specified work permit meaning you can only work for one employer, and that's the employer that got the work permit for you. So because my postgrad work permit was going to expire within so I got that job like the July. My work permit was going to, I got the job July 23. My work permit was going to expire in October, and I did not have the 12 months work experience that was required, even though this job that I got in the rural area meet the requirements. But by the time my work permit's supposed to expire, I would only have like 4 or 5 months work experience, which fall way short of the 12 months that I need. So I was in trouble. But the following months, after I update my Express Entry profile, because I know I have a job that this job fall under NAP B, which was fine. That was satisfactory. So I update my Express Entry profile, and the following months, like 2 weeks after I update my Express Entry profile, I got a nomination from Ontario, a nomination of interest, and I accepted it. So I got to apply for, which is a provincial nomination, right? It's a notice of interest from, I got a notice of interest from Ontario, which allow me to apply for the provincial nomination, and I got 600 additional points. At that time for Ontario, I need 442 points, but I was shy of that by about 20 points. So I got 600 additional points, so I was now over 1,000 points, and I only need 442 points. So the 600 points bring me over 1,000 points, and I only need 442 points. So after I got the provincial nomination and updated my Express Entry profile, within a couple days, I got invitation to apply for my permanent residency. So yeah, so I applied for my permanent residency. Normally, the permanent residency, when you apply for a permanent residency, it takes up to 6 months to get granted. Usually, it get granted before, like 2 months, 3 months, sometime within a month or a couple weeks. It just depends. It varies, and people, I don't know, but some people within a couple weeks after you apply get approved. Some people it's 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Some people it take the 6 months. But for me, unfortunately, it went way beyond the 6 months. Way beyond the 6 months. However, I was able to get a new work permit because I was waiting on my permanent residency to be approved, and that is one of the very few reasons Canada immigration will accept your application for a bridging work permit. Earlier I mentioned that your postgrad work permit cannot be extended, but you can try to get another work permit by applying for a bridging work permit. But you have to have good reason, in the eyes of Canada immigration, for them to approve your bridging work permit. And reasons they would approve it would be like if you got a provincial nomination, or you apply for you got an invitation for you to apply for your permanent residency. So either you got a invitation to apply for a permanent residency, or you got a notice of interest from a province. So these are the two main reasons they would approve your bridging application. So I was able to get a new work permit, and months after the initial 6 months processing time for the PR to get approved, I got my permanent residency. Months after that 6 months. But nevertheless, I got it, which is which was the main goal. And so you you get to learn about my process to permanent residency. And if you have any question and you need information or direction and guidance pertaining to migrating to Canada, as I said, I've shared my contact information in the description below. My WhatsApp number is there, my Facebook page, and my email address. And friends, please support my video by sharing, liking, and subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification button, that bell button, so you can be notified as soon as I upload new video. Thank you.